Let's move on to advice number 2. Stories work and storytelling is an art. One must know how to find a good story and how to tell a good story. We have all been in a meeting where there is someone who entertains everyone by sharing their stories and anecdotes. Those stories move us, and then we go and tell them to our friends and family. Stories are very powerful, and the term storytelling has become widely used in all communication campaigns, referring to narrating in a way that generates an emotional response in our audience. But why do stories work? There are several reasons. First, stories put things in context and perspective. They allow us to contextualize what my organization does. It allows you to explain to someone details that cannot be read between the data, or that enable them to create a connection that is a bit more human and more tangible to the work they do. Secondly, it gives you the opportunity to identify your tribe, to see who resonates with your story and who does not. When we hear a story that resonates with us, that aligns with our values, it connects us emotionally. So we want to be part of that story. We want to be part of the tribe. We want to be part of the cause. We want to help. We want to know more. Stories allow us to identify who our tribe is. Finally, stories are easy to remember and easy to share. It allows us to explain complex problems and enables those who hear our story to share it in a very simple and clear way. It also allows us to capture attention much more easily because remember that our attention span is getting shorter, and I would say it is microscopic. And the people who watch our story will not only see our story, but they will see 5 or 6 stories at the same time. So knowing how to tell the story is an art that we all should know. I experienced an example in the conservation work in the Sierra Madre of Chiapas, Mexico. Like all the various and intricate problems faced by nonprofit organizations, the issue was complex and intricate with many causes, and the solutions intertwined themes of conservation, equity, gender, and health. In other words, it wasn't easy. On the other hand, we know that novels are a success in Mexico. People very often enjoy watching soap operas. They like dramas and romance. Those stories fascinate them, and they find them incredibly engaging. So when we had to work in the communities of the Sierra Madre of Chiapas, and after conducting thorough research, we created a radio soap opera that included everything you would find in a novel.
El Sistema Chiapaneco de Radio, Televisión y Cinematografía, con la dirección de Irán Marina y guión original de Radio Ombligo. Ya es hora de su radionovela, Jacinta.
Yo me llamaba Romualdo. En los últimos tiempos de mi existencia, me decían el viejo Romualdo. Nací en Villa Cerrito. Exploré las altas montañas de Monteverde y terminé mis días en Playa Tiburón. Estas 3 tierras forman la cuenca donde se desarrolla la historia que te voy a contar.
There was drama, there were villains, there were characters who evolved with the story, who changed their minds, who reconsidered. There was all of that and much more. But amidst the entertainment, there was indeed an educational component, where we could truly explain complicated issues in a simple way and connect emotionally with our audience. The formula is 70% entertainment, 30% education. Another example was when we created the Guardians of the Mist. The challenge was to raise awareness among the general population about the importance of a reserve, the Biosphere Reserve of El Triunfo, also in the Sierra Madre of Chiapas, and for people to understand what challenges they faced and somehow empower them to take action to protect it. For many years, we had been creating brochures where we talked about the site that captures 10% of the water in the entire country, or that supports the production of 40% of the hydroelectric energy in Mexico, which ensures the conservation of 25% of the species. And everything was fine. but they were hard data that proved the importance of the site. However, the problem is that this hard data does not reach the heart and is quickly forgotten. But the stories did. The story of Jaguara and Quetzalo captivated the children and adults who visited the zoo in Tuxtla Gutierrez, or all those who attended the tours organized by the Project for Rural Communities. And amidst the drama that these characters experienced, the people attending the performances learned. And those who identified wanted to be part of the solution. They wanted to be part of our tribe. Here is a sample of this work.
¡Wow! ¡Un quetzal! Nunca había visto uno en vivo.
Cada puente que se hace entre las rocas, entre los árboles.
¡Ay, papá! ¡Es una pena!
¡Hora de mis alimentos! ¡Eso! ¡Fuerte!
Como que nos quiere decir algo, ¿no? Sí. ¿Tú le entiendes?
¡La cara oscura! ¡Que soy artista! ¡Au!
Entonces, ellos entenderán que salvando a las plantas, los animales, los bosques, el agua, estarán salvando a la humanidad. Se estarán salvando a sí mismos. Pero ¿qué esperan, queridos guardianes?
No esperemos a mañana. Comencemos hoy. Hoy podemos salvar un quetzal, un jaguar, un río, el bosque de niebla.
Now we are going to see another example, and we will do an exercise.
Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Granny!
Have you done your homework?
Ada!
For a general strike.
Ready or not?
Here it comes.
Violent clashes with live ammunition against.
Deserve to get shot.
Have a nice day, Mum.
Airstrikes on rebel position.
We are going to stay.
What's happening?
Go.
Heavy fighting in Richmond.
Dad, where are we?
Rebel forces advance.
Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, darling.
Okay, think about what you like about those examples. See if listening to a story generates empathy. For example, the story of Save the Children had a significant impact on me. I am a donor to that organization, and I have been making a monthly donation for several years now. I am very familiar with their campaigns for Mexico. But when I saw that video, my daughter was the same age as the girl in the video. I saw the things she did, and they were similar to the things my daughter did. And seeing how a girl's life changed so much in just 1 year impacted me greatly. At that moment, I made a donation to the Save the Children program in Syria. I felt the need to do something to help a reality that, although it was not mine and perhaps seemed very distant, generated such a degree of empathy in me that it motivated me to take action. Well, we could offer a complete and in-depth course on storytelling, but today I will share 5 very important keys to telling powerful and thoroughly engaging stories that capture and maintain your audience's attention. First, do not create a story for everyone. Create stories for each specific audience. Use different stories for different audiences. 2. Starts quickly to create momentum. People generally scroll down very quickly or do not finish reading due to our attention span. It really feels like each day is getting shorter, so we need to seize the moment from very beginning. 3. Use titles and headings that captivate. Those titles generate curiosity. Here, I invite you to search on Google for the most read articles on Facebook, and you will see that the majority of them, if not all, use titles that generate curiosity. 4. Don't get lost in the details. It doesn't matter if it was in 1980 or 1985. There are times when I see how they start telling a story and provide so many details that they lose the attention of those who were listening. It's better to just say it was several years ago. Here is a phrase: don't let a fact get in the way of a good story. Finally, 5. Strive to have an organizational culture where storytelling is promoted and where stories are constantly being cultivated, because I swear to you that stories are worth their weight in gold.